My name is DJ X BUNNIE, and you're not watching R.A.M Cam. This is how it goes down now. We had a group in our school, right? First of all, we were called a bunch of nerds, but I'm like, how could I be a nerd if I wasn't like really that, like, you know, smart with this? I used to hang out with a lot of goofs, right? But at that time, like, a lot of people didn't know that being called a nerd was like, I wouldn't say like, being called a nerd was just a big insult. Like, you're a smart aleck, okay? And it was 4 of us. So we ended up coming up with a group called the Looney Tunes. And everyone had a character, and I chose Bugs Bunny, okay? So I went by DJ Bugs Bunny for a little bit, and Dan went to X Bunny. I'm like, just to make it sound cool. That's it, and that's how I ended up with the name X Bunny, and now I go by the name of DJ X B. Alright? And the reason why I changed my name to DJ X B, I went by X Bunny for like more than 5 years. And the reason why I changed my name to DJ X B is because it was much more brandable. And people could look at it as a brand instead of as a clown name, you know? So I thought about that. I was like, yo, that's what it is. But, okay, I come from a musical background. My dad was a DJ / promoter back then in Ghana. And he came down here and he bought equipment and stuff like that and became his own DJ over here. My mom was our what do you call them, like a stay-at-home mom. Right, and she had a part-time job as a PSW that she used to do to take care of us too, right? And my dad was also a welder. Right? He welded for the TTC companies and stuff like that. My grandma was an ECE teacher. She worked with the board on top of that too. And my grandma was the one that raised me from the age of 2. Mostly, grandmothers, they don't take no BS, right? Growing up in where I was growing up in a rough neighborhood, my grandmother was very, very strict on who my friends were and when I could play with them and et cetera, et cetera. She was very disciplined and very strict with certain things. Did that shape me? Yes, it did shape me in a way. It actually molded me into a better person. It actually molded me into looking things differently. Right? Don't rush. But also, you know, take time. Because my uncles had a big part to play in my life too. My uncle actually raised me too, which is DJ X I'm talking about. He was always the calm guy. I used to get angry a lot and he'd tell me there's no need to fight for certain things. Just relax. And if it belongs to you, it will come to you. Yes, I have 5 siblings. I have 1 brother who lives in Ghana. I have 3 sisters that live down here. Well, I also have another brother. Right? His name is Fiasco. And I have Traffic. His name is also, his name is Traffic. He's also my bro. These are like extended family. They're very, very close to me. My best friends. They're very, 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 very close to me. Derek, Aikens, all of them, they all play a big part in my life. Ashford, Curtis, you name it. My name is DJ X B, and you're not watching R.A.M Cam. Well, how did it all start for me was back then when I was young. My dad was a DJ, and I was just amazed on watching him play music. This what really got me was the record going onto the turntable and the thing spinning. At my age, at the age of 5, 6, like you're like, wow, that is the coolest thing, and it's playing loud music. So that's what drove me into the DJing. It all started at the age of 6. Started at the age of 6 when my dad had to go move his car that he blocked from someone from getting through a party because he was late to set up and stuff like that. But he had a track playing, and the track was about to run out, so I was the only person that knew how to do everything. So there was an MC called Tony Amayao, right? And he was the one that was hosting the party at that time. And while the track was running out, he had no clue, but I knew because by watching my dad do it, I just picked up my favorite record, which was the Michael Jackson record, right? And it was a Thriller album, I remember. And I put it on the left side of the Techniques. I remember this like it was yesterday. Like, left side of the Techniques at Nikita, whereby I was playing that record for people to like, that's the only music I knew then. And unfortunately, people loved it. It was Michael Jackson. You can never go wrong with Michael Jackson. So that's how it all began for me. Like, at the age of 6, bing bang, I wanted to become a DJ. Biggest inspiration is my dad, DJ Ma, Boydie. These are guys that had equipment and that were DJing during my father's time of father's era of music, I should say. And now my biggest inspiration started from scratch, from Massive Flex, big radio DJs out there, A lot of those, it was mainly my dad that really had me going, because we had the equipment in the house, right? And most of my dad's equipment was rented out to a lot of these DJs that I know as family friends, right? So if my dad couldn't play a gig, he had like 2 sets. They rented out to them, right? So I did get most of my inspiration from not just my dad itself, but from my uncles and all these other people there. So I started off as a hip-hop DJ. Then I became Afrobeats. But when I perfected more on my hip-hop, I became more of a hip-hop DJ / an urban DJ, I would say, where I covered mostly all genres of music. My first paid gig was grade 8. I played my school dance at St. James Francis School that's on Taylor Shepherd area there. They were gonna get a DJ, and I'm like, why get a DJ when I can play a party? And at that age, I was like what, 12, 13. I was actually at 13, I think, at that time. I don't know. But I was like 12, 13, around them times, right? And I was like, yo, don't get a DJ, I can play your party. They're like, we don't know if we can trust you playing our party. So my cousin that went to this school with me goes, oh, he's really big. So I had to get people to vouch for me, right? And then my grandma also told them, like, he's really big in the music industry there in the Kenyan community at that time. But that's when they're like, okay, fine, we'll give you a shot. So my first paid gig was $300. And then I started playing from there. Like, I started getting bookings from there. I started playing my high school, I played my high school dance, played all my high school talent shows. I actually got my high school people to get a radio show, a radio thing in the school. Got them to get map books, everything. I basically played the platform in my career. A lot of people used to laugh at me, be like, yo, you want to become this DJ? Some of them believed in me, some of them would just clown me. But I am who I am today, Okay, let me see. Let me break it down from the beginning. When I was playing, in order for me to I got into the urban world was a radio show called TMV, right? Which we started from the ground up. We used to get about 30,000 listeners and more sometimes. We even had Foxy Brown retweet one of her songs that she heard, because that time Twitter was really popping at that time, whereby once you hit what's it called, the tweet thing, once you become the social media blogger, you get a lot of people's attention. So when we had Foxy Brown tweet the show, like, yo, that's pretty big. And we had other people tweet. We did so much stuff on that radio show. And then I'm like, I was working also at the Rexham Park, city of Toronto. So what I used to do is I used to be in the music department. So we set up turntables at our workplace, and there was this one of my previous team leaders that used to coach me from when I was a kid, named Super K from Black Reaction. Started to go, yo. I seen him at a party, and he started to go, oh, you play music now, right? I'm like, yeah. It's like, you always wanted to be a DJ from when you were younger. I'm like, yeah, and he was like, I'm happy. I can make you better. So I started practicing more. When we were supposed to be working, we were upstairs, scratching, learning how to scratch, doing this. He was teaching me all the stuff, bringing big DJs in, like crossover from Fusion 3, taught me how to scratch. Start from scratch was one of my mentors that I used to listen to every day from 5 to 6 on Florida and 3.5. He was also one of my mentors that taught me how to play music. Flatline was one of them. A whole heap of them. P Plus, TV Gucci, a whole heap of them. Reps Up people. Like it was just. I've been through it. Like I had history. My name is DJ X BUNNIE, and you're not watching R.A.M Cam. Thursday Night Vibes was that was actually an interesting. Thursday Night Vibes is it was a radio show that started with Ebone, MC Ebone. He had his first DJs were on that show was Hype Green. Bravado, then Hype Green, and then Donette. Then we Ebone's friend introduced me into Ebone at a party. It's DJ X Bunnie, right? And he's sick of the hip hop and stuff like that. At that time, he had Hype Green on his show. So he didn't want to like burn bridges with Hype Green and stuff like that. So he would keep me in mind just in case any mess ups happen. So what happened was, okay, I had to offer in my position to him. Then he came back and goes, yo, I need you on the show. So he heard me play the first time, and he goes, that's it. He's not going anywhere else. So that's how Thursday Night Vibes started with the team. That's how my relationship started with me and MC Ebone, with the TFV, Thursday Night Vibes. So started to get good. We used to get he was really good as a blogger with the Twitter and everything. He really knew how to market the whole show. But for me, as a DJ wise, I took it to the next level on that show. I made it more of a show that everyone be like, yo, who's this DJ? How's this DJ? And that show opened doors for a lot of things that I'm doing now today. And that's how it came about. Then we got kicked out of Radio Glendon because I think they went under renovation, and after that they decided to not host our show no more because we were it wasn't like we weren't students at that specific school, because I was a graduate and Ebone was a graduate. So they're like, okay, the show has to end because they don't know who we are after that, which was pretty dumb. But I was like, Radio Glendon, I was like, whatever. But then, God willing, so good, I had all the equipment, so we ended up going to Ustream. So we started the Ustream thing at friends to friends' house. So their parents do the night shift. We're always there, making sure our fans get their good music that they want to hear, and hear their favorite voice and hear their favorite DJ. Then we started to do the show at my dad's house. And then I started seeing that it was growing and growing and growing and growing, and then that's what made me who I am today. My introduction being into the urban scene is also through DJ Super K. He taught me a lot and a whole bunch of things, how to work in the urban industry. I met White Boy through it. White Boy gave me my first break. It was DJ White Boy. He put me on the biggest party that you can even think of what that time was called R.A.M. And it was that government nightclub. And that was my first event that me and MC Ebo went on as a team. And from there, we started to progress. We started to grow and keep growing. And now we are who we are today. Shouts out to DJ Whiteboy and DJ Super King and all of the songs that are in right now are the dumb songs. Like, you know, I wouldn't call them dumb. I would call them like this up to time music. Even if you're living under a rock, the amount of noise that you're gonna hear coming out of that speaker is gonna wake up the dead. But this is what people turn up to, and this is what we play, right? Some of it's good, some of it's horrible, right? But as a DJ, you have to have an ear and selecting what to play. Yes, Little Six. That's one of my artists that I'm working with intimately. It's funny how it was my manager that manages him, right? That introduced me to his music one day. Like, we were sitting at home. He goes, "Yo, I have an artist for you to hear." And then he played his tracks, and I was like, I wasn't really feeling it too tough. I was like, yo, that really sucks. And he goes, "No, you have to take in the proper mix down." So when I heard the proper mix of the track, I'm like, yo, this guy is sick. And he's like, wasn't that the same person that he said that he sucks? I'm like, yeah, but when you don't hear the right type of beat on, like the right mix, it doesn't sound good to your ear until the whole thing was finished. So I'm like, yo, he was actually one of the greatest artists. Even now, like, he even got better from the time that I heard his first song to now. So he's one of the person that has taken me as his road DJ and stuff, Little Six. So check him out. I have other DJs that I work with intimately now. Like, I have DJ Fame, DJ A.M, DJ P and T. Those are the younger generations, you know, so they're the ones that are holding it up for you know. I don't discriminate because I remember coming up as a DJ, I was once upon a time them, right? So I don't think it's unfair for me just to push people away if they want to learn how to. Ghana was one of the best experiences that I ever had. It's a fun place to be at. The main reason why I went to Ghana was to do my dad's funeral. But at the same time, I was able to seek opportunities by playing at the radio stations, linking up with artists that have been down here like Sarkodia, DJ Mensa, a whole heap of them, Kofi Debra, Kofi Mante, and a whole bunch of them. Link me up with some. My name is DJ XB, and you're now watching R.A.M Cam. I had good experience and bad experience. First off, my good experience is that I felt accepted. That one I did. Felt accepted at the same time. But my bad experience is that they sell you a dream, a Martin Luther King dream that never was really written on paper that you would never ever have. Like, you know, dealing with like chasing promoters for your money and people turning your best friends against you and stuff like that. Is like, it was just too much for me. So my Ghanaian experience, I love my culture to the death of it, but it is what it is. We're all humans here. How it kept me going for so long was I was the people behind me, my management too, I also have a big part to play with it. I was very selective in what I was doing. A lot of that comes into the crowd too that I play for. And promoters, they felt that they were doing me bad, but they were actually helping me because I get to explore my talent and live longer. My dad always says, the light that dims never burns out than the light that shines brighter. Right? So startup cost will cost you at least all in a good 15, 20 grand. Just to start up. All in. This to go when you get your own speakers, your MacBook, your turntable or your controller, or, you know, it depends on what type of DJ you are. We're categories. There's hip hop DJs, there's EDM DJs, there's Afrobeat DJs, there's soca DJs, there's dancehall DJs. They all range from different type of ballpark games, right? DJs like EDM DJs and those type of stuff will make almost $15,000 to $20,000 per show. A hip hop DJ will make, depending on what status you're at, they can make 10 to 50, like 10 to 8 bands a show, right? And if you're a mid-class DJ, you're making about $400 to $500, right? And then if you're a low-class DJ, you're just picking up the pieces and the crumbs from the change, you know? I actually went to school for music and arts and stuff like that. I played about bare instruments, about 12 instruments: clarinet, trumpet, saxophone, drums, piano, bass guitar, lead guitar, flute, bass drum, and things like the Tobin or whatever they call that, trombone. I played that, you know. My name is DJ XB, and you're not watching R.A.M Cam. You rush too much. Song selections, mixing, the art of a DJ. It's not a DJ no more. People just play music and they just play it however they feel like it. It's not in order. I don't even call them DJ. I just call them playlist. Because when it runs out, it runs out.
Yes.
First step you need to take is by knowing music.
Okay.
You need to really know music. You need to know music, not today's generation music. You need to know music from the 70s going up, because they all count. Get in your selection. It goes with step one. Now this is the tricky part. Laying the records on there is like you need to know how to read a crowd. That goes with step two. Selecting. What can I give the crowd? What are the crowd thirsty for? Being calm. Because at that moment the mistake has already happened. So you can't go, oh my gosh, you're gonna freak out. Right? All you gotta do is just make sure and be like, okay, we have to trace back where the breakage is from and then try to connect it back. If it doesn't work, you have to call for backup, you know? And I'm always prepared, you know? My advice to them is to learn from the ground up. Don't learn from the middle. Or don't go and sleep in somebody else's home because it's already done. Go back. YouTube is a big tool for a lot of DJs out there, and a lot of not the DJ world, but YouTube is a big tool out there where it can show you how to become DJ. Look at the old school DJs. Look at how back in the days how they used to rock parties and stuff like that. Like it was first the DJ, then the MC, then the crowd, right? And then it became it's how you move the people. I don't know. Artists never give up because music is changing. The industry is changing. So make music that people can bump to. Always go places and hear what's out there. Never be that person that, I stay home. If you want to be that successful artist, you go to them clubs, you go to them industry parties, you go and hear what's out there, right? Because radio ain't going to play it, and radio's not going to let you know what's out there if you really want to really know. Radio lets you know what's out there in the mainstream, in their world. You already know that. But going out to clubs, hear what people vibe to, hear what people don't like to vibe to. You understand? And you can become successful from there. Masters was actually like, okay, growing up, like I was telling you, watching my dad DJ, and my dad was great friends with DJ Ma. I was playing on a song called Circle Sound, and I was working for a man called Buddy, and he used to run the sound, but we had our differences in that group, and we wanted to, I wanted to run sound, so he couldn't make it to one of the gigs that I actually had, but one of my biggest gigs was Miss Teen, and I had to call my uncle. But before I called my uncle, which was DJ Mark, I called my dad, and my dad goes, the only person that I know that will have equipment right now and that you can use will be DJ Mark. So I ended up getting the equipment down there. He ended up doing the setup for me and stuff like that. So we ended up playing the gig. So after the gig, I went up to him and he came up to me and goes, look, son, you're really good at what you do, so I'll give you equipment for you to do what you have to do to get up there, right? So I started playing with Alex, and which was his protege at that time, right? And Alex trained me, and then he trained me. From me, I started. Shorty came, then Shorty came. Well, Shorty was there, but he wasn't there, like But Shorty came fully. Then I was there. Then D Nice came, and then Kwame Yankee. Then Beef Flavor, then the gangs that started to get bigger and bigger. Then Fiasco, and people really wanted to look in to becoming a part of Soundmasters because of what we were doing. I'm Soundmasters. I'm the Soundmasters. I would never trade that for the world. At the end of the day, it's what grew me, and that's what made me here today. I will never ever disown people's skills. Much more of my music skills than the connects that I made, and a lot more stuff. My favorite artist of all time would be Biggie. Favorite song of Biggie, it would be Biggie. Wow, so many of them was like Hypnotized, Only You. I was just training a lot. First things first, you got to know yourself, and you got to really, really want to become whatever you want to become, right? Not just in terms of DJing or the music side, in anything that you do. For me, coming up into this industry was like, I've been through the grounds up. I was born in this industry, basically. I had to lay cables. I had to even if times when I wasn't getting paid to do what I had to be getting paid for what I was doing, I was still showing up because I really wanted it. And it's taught me so much, and it's opened doors for me to become what I am today. Right? I can go to Hollywood right now and people will recognize me. I can go anywhere right now and people will recognize me, right? But it's because of I was everywhere. Even when I'm not supposed to be there, I was there. Right? Doing setups and those type of stuff was a big part of it. I was carrying speakers at the age of 13, because I really wanted it. And I wasn't getting paid, but I was getting McDonald's, right? If I had a McDonald's meal, I was good. Things that would change in my career would probably be being that people's person. Okay, let me just put the simple as fact. Basically, I should have had a front man from the start. And if I could change that back then, I would have had a front man from the gutter. And I still do have a front man, but I would have a better front man. A front man would be like my manager or someone that can represent me in a good way.
No?
I have managements right now. Managements. Everybody does their parts. My management, okay, so DJ Mo controls the Soundmasters part, right? And I got Paula that controls the radio industry part. And I also got Adrians that controls the hip hop and the whole urban scene part. So they come into play over there. So source of places, everything's covered. Image and branding is a big part of the industry now because you have a lot of fashionist people out there, people that would like to dress to go to parties. And, before it wasn't like that, but now the world is changing. So branding and all those stuff play a big part of it. It's like if a person sags their pants down, and you're not gonna want to buy your party or anything. Or you want a decent person that's there, and like the look, the images, the stuff like that, they all come into play. What can catch my eyes? What can I sell this person? Those all come into play. Upcoming projects for DJ XB is you gotta see a lot more of me now. Way a lot more of me. TV, your iPods, your everything. You gotta see it. We're coming. Just about to launch up my website. About to have a launch party for that, and mixtapes will be dropping every month or every other month. We'll be dropping mixtapes, getting you guys into the latest tunes and stuff like that. It's all about the fans, bro. Afrobeat Therapy was a mix that I came up with by a lot of these new songs there's so much new music out there, but when you go to parties, you hear the same 15, 25 tracks over and over, right? So I'm like, it's an advantage for me to like put out music that people hear, but they don't normally hear, right? Which is for me to cater to the young and the old people. It's out right now. Download it, And it's one of my things to stay tuned for the next hottest stuff. Always be prepared for the worst, and be prepared for the better too. Well, there'll be the reunion. There'll be the reunion. Badge for all of us. We're all older now, So there will be more of MC Ebone and X Bunnie, MC Hilly. There'll be more of that. DJ Fiasco. There'll be that hardcore Soundmasters back then brought to the newer generation. My name is DJ XB and you're now watching R.A.M Cam. You can follow me on Instagram, DJ XB Music, spelled DJ XB MUZIK. Follow me on Twitter, where you can catch my latest events and everything that I'm up to. Twitter, DJ XB. Facebook, DJ X Bunnie, BUNNIE. And Snapchat, DJ X Bunnie, spelled DJ X BUNNIE. Go to my website, www.djxbonline.com. Shout out to the Almighty God, and a shout out to my dad, R.I.P. I still miss you. Think about you every day. My mom, my grandmother especially, who's strong. God has blessed her. My friends, the people that put up with me when they don't even want to. Big shout out goes out to all of y'all. My fans, my friends, my followers. A big shout out goes out to everybody. Everyone has a big friend.